Привет, comrades! TFCom here. It is a great celebration night. I still don't have all my grades. To start that off, I'm going to say that. So it's still a possibility I did not graduate. Let me clean that off a little. Okay. So, you know, there's always that possibility. But... Oh, there it goes. Spinning. Okay. But I... I've gotten grades back from 2 classes. 2. And I almost finished with an A in one of them. Let me start. I have 5 classes. Let's start off that way. I've gotten a grade. The first class I got a grade back in. I have not done the weighted grading yet. So I need to figure that out, because online it's not weighted. But I've made really good grades, so my only thing is I'm not sure if I made a B or if I made a C. But I definitely made over the requirement, and so I need to do the math for that. I may have made an A. I don't think I did. No, I'm between a B and an A, and I'm not sure if I cross over or not. I need to redo that weighted thing. But, yay, that was one of the classes that was the class I was retaking for the 3rd time. Finally passed that one. I'm so glad to be done with that one. But I have to say, that teacher is the best ever. I've nominated her for Teacher of the Week Award, which is something they do, and Half Price Books does in Tyler, at least. And they basically, even if you're nominated, you get certain things like a gift card or books or whatever you need for your classroom. But the winner gets like a $500 gift card or something crazy like that. Or it may just be $50. But it's money and everything else, and she definitely deserves it. She's a cutie pie, and she's sweet and kind, and oh my gosh. She definitely helps me, and I'm not just saying this being biased because she said she liked my hair or anything. No. But no, she really is a great teacher, and that's for my tested measurements course. If you guys take that at UT Tyler, she is the only teacher, and it's Amy Hagan. She is amazing. You would definitely want to have Miss Hagan. She's so perfect. So let's see. Then my next grade I have already is my cognitive psychology. This is one I'm taking for the 2nd time again. I almost made an A. Very close. Kind of upsetting about that, but I made an 86.5. I made an 86.5, I believe, which would round up to an 87 or so. And we need an 88 or above to get an A. So, very close there. But I was retaking that class, and that's one of the ones I think I ended with a 40 last semester. Like, that was a really hard class. And I almost made an A. Yay, self. I actually made like an 89 on the final, which was really weird to me because as I was going through, I was like, I know nothing on this. I'm gonna fail so badly, and I was like having a panic attack. But apparently I did good, like really good. It's the best grade I've had in her class so far, so yay. Though I did do extra credit. I did 2 points extra credit, so 87. Yeah, it's pretty good still. So I've had grades back from those 2. The next class I'm taking, I'm just doing these in random order, there's no particular order, is my sociology. That teacher, she's okay. I do like what she teaches. I just think she should also focus on other things. Like, she only focuses on gender inequality and race inequality. And I mean, yes, those are big issues, but don't just focus on the pay wage difference and unfair treatment to African Americans. Like, there's other races that have unfair treatment. Muslims, you didn't even mention Muslims. And that's, especially recently, that's a huge unfair treatment for them. Because people are, basically anything past 2001, they started being a big thing there. But, and there's other issues against women that aren't just the pay wage thing, Pay wage, that's not the right term. You know what I mean, guys. But, the wage inequality, that's what I'm thinking. So, I really like what she teaches. I just think she could add something else instead. But yeah, she was a great teacher. I don't remember her name at all. I'm really bad at that. I think it was like something with an H. I don't know. I don't really remember, because I don't know. She didn't really stick out to me. I only saw her once a week, and I never really needed to struggle too much for her class, so I didn't pay attention. I don't know. I mean, I paid attention, but, it wasn't as much as like, I'm going to fail this class, I need to work my ass off, It was an elective class. And our final, she wanted us to write 3 essays. And that seemed crazy to me, because it's like, it wasn't that she didn't have enough grades. We had like 2 tests a week. Which was crazy, again, because we only met once a week. But I don't know, and it was just like, 1 essay I could get, but 3, and it's like, and there's no sociology major in the university. Like, this is not even an offered major. So, you're an elective class to everyone. I mean, I don't want to say your class isn't important, but I'm sure she knows that she's not, like, the top priority for everyone, I don't want to be rude. You know what I mean, guys. Like, it was a great class, but it's not something that people would be willing to pay that much money for. Or not money. You know what? My mind is on food right now, and I'm thinking of how much money I have in my wallet. That much time into, yeah, something like that. But something like that. No. But it was a good class. So I don't have my grade on my essays yet, which I'm worried is going to take forever because she has to grade the essays. And right now I have an 89, I believe, in that class. 89.25, I think. So but I don't know if it's weighted. That's just what it says online. I really hope it's already weighted, or else I'll have to do the math. I'm guessing I'm going to do the math for that one, because I'm not sure. But, so I'll have to see about that. But I know that I had a pretty good grade, so I'm pretty sure I'll be able to pass that class. And if I don't, it would suck like crazy that an elective class kept me from graduating, because it's all about credits. That's the only reason I took an elective class anyway. I had pretty much all my psych. I just needed some extra credits. Oh, that's where I wanted to turn into. It's on the other side of the street. I thought it was on this side. Well, I'm talking to you guys anyway. More important. But, But, we had some Taco Bell, and it makes me mad that the Taco Bell near my old house got torn down. But there's a new one over here, so whatever. Or, I mean, I'm in a new area, and there's like 3 Taco Bells over here. Two Taco Bells. I don't know. My mind's on food and classes and junk, but yeah. So what else? So sociology, yes. So that's my 3rd class. My 4th class is philosophy, and I didn't know. I admit I was very biased against it. I walked in and saw a guy in clergy uniform, and I immediately was like, "This is going to be hell." Ironic pun twist. I was like, this is going to be the worst class ever. He's going to be like preaching to us every day, and it's going to be like religion this, religion that. And religion and philosophy can mix, but they very rarely do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be welcome to Texas, And I misjudged that. He was actually very, pretty open about other options, saying like, if God exists, then Aristotle believed he'd be like this. But this person believes, that God does not exist because of this. Like he made the views there, and he did mention religion a few times, and he did have a club from the student ministry, I believe, association, something like that. He did have them come in and talk about their club, but that was once, and I think he actually was pretty good at keeping it neutral there. He did mention a lot, and I did have, a few times where I was a little iffy with that. Like, he had one thing that was, at one point he said, if God exists, we know he's not like Odin. You know, he's not just some guy sitting over there with imperfections and everything else. And I'm just like, no, he said like Zeus, yes. But I was like, buddy. I know I'm probably one of the few polytheists, probably one of the few ones in that university. Better get that class. And, you know, I don't follow Zeus, but I still believe he's real. So I was like, buddy boy. No. But I did email him. I didn't directly say anything like that, but I mentioned something like, you've mentioned a few different people who've tried to prove God through philosophy, and I listed names and everything to make it seem like, you know, I was really into the subject, which I am really into the subject. And I was like, you know, Aristotle, you said this, and did things like that. And I was like, do you know of any philosophists? Oh my gosh, I don't even remember what the term is anymore. Philologians, I believe. Oh man, I'm dead to the world right now. But you know, do you know any people in philosophy or whatever who've tried to prove the existence of polytheism? Because I follow that, and I was just wondering if you had seen anything. I know he was like, thanks for this. I don't know any in the Western culture. And that's about, you know, he's like, but there might be some others. And he didn't really give me any of them, but so I was kind of disappointed in that. But he did, you know, acknowledge that there probably was some, and then he never mentioned anything about it not being Zeus or something like that again. And I didn't even tell him which polytheistic religion I followed, but I guess, you know, the followers of Zeus, I forget what they're called. I guess they're like the most popular or most well known, you know. I feel like I might not have gone far enough down and I have to go back again. I don't know, man. Wait, no, yeah, the followers of Zeus are more known. I don't know what his are called. Zeusology? No, that doesn't sound right. I don't know. I know it's the Romans, right? Or the Greek. And it's weird to say the Romans or the Greeks because it's not like a race thing. Because again, like, it's weird for me to say, you know, people ask about my religion and I say Aseti or Asadi. I pronounce it either way. And when they ask about what that is, I say, you know, it's like the Egyptian gods. And that's weird for me to say because I wouldn't consider them Egyptian gods because I don't follow. I mean, like, I'm not in Egypt. I know a lot of people who do. Well, a lot. I know one or two people who follow them, and they are not in Egypt or Egyptian in any way. So it's not an Egyptian god. It's my god. You know. So it's like it's always iffy that way. But you know, it's also a Long John Silver's. Anytime I eat Long John Silver's, I get sick. It's one of those combined restaurants. But yeah, so that's philosophy, and I do love it. He left the room early. He left to make some coffee, and he was like really frazzled and went to get coffee, and pretty much everyone pulled out their notes and did their final that way. But I mean, he was pretty picky about the final. Like, there was a lot of essay questions, and we went over them before, which is good. But it was things like, you know, he's like, I'm not picky about phrasing whatsoever. But then he'd be like, no, actually phrase it this way instead. And it wasn't even like the thing was wrong. It was more of like they would say, Aristotle differed from Descartes in this way. And then he'd be like, maybe, he's like, why don't instead you say Aristotle and Descartes differed because this. You know, it was like, it wasn't even a big deal thing, but, you know, these little things like that. But I don't know if he would have counted off any points for that or much, but I don't know. I'm gonna pause this and go get some Taco Bell. I really need to pee. I'm sorry, that was TMI. I'm gonna pause this. I hope it doesn't cancel out like usual. I've returned. I know for you guys it was just a pause, but whatever. Oh my gosh. There were some rude customers in there and I wanted to I hate rude people. Like, dude, why the fuck are you so rude? I just never understood it, because it's like, they're doing the best they can. Unless they're being rude to you. But it took me maybe 10 minutes to get my food. And that wasn't bad at all, believe me. I could see they were busting their butt off. People kept falling. Like, they were trying insanely hard to get this order out. And I was like, relax, like, calm down a little bit, you know? They're busting their butt. And some guy was like, you're taking too long, And I'm just like, you literally ordered like 2 seconds before I came in. Dude. Like, I hadn't even been here that long. You know, like, calm down. And he was like throwing a big fit. You guys should work better. And he was just like, why are you guys taking so long? And they're like, we're just insanely busy. We've been insanely busy since 2, and it just keeps going. There's only 3 of us here right now. We're trying our best. And he's like, well, we should hire more people. And they're like, I understand that. That's why we have signs everywhere saying we're hiring. I mean, yeah. But, and then he just got really mad and started, screaming, I need to talk to your manager. And, you know, I am the manager on duty. No, I'm not speaking to a Mexican. Oh, great. So, thankfully, there was another key holder there who was able to do it, but she came and talked to him. He demanded a refund. Like, as he demanded the refund, they're like, well, your food's right here. Like, it just finished a second. Still warm, everything. And he's like, I don't care. I want a refund. It's like, okay. So I'm like, so you wasted all that time and you don't even want your food? Okay, crazy. And she gave him his refund. And he's like, just threw his receipt up in the air afterwards, stomped out the door. And we're just like, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? Like, dude, you need to sit down? You need some medicine? Like, I'm sure you're not in any rush. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm sure you don't have somewhere to be. Like, dude, calm the fuck down. Dude, I mean, you okay? Something majorly wrong in your life? Because if you get angry at waiting for 10 minutes, then you have some sort of psychological issue or insane badly stressed about something. And I'm like, dude, you need to... Maybe you had a final to study for or something. But I'm like, do you need to sit down? Do I need to get a counselor here? I mean, I have a psych degree almost. It's not a counseling one, but I could help. You know, like, this guy doesn't seem sane. I'm just like, dude. Oh my gosh, I just hate people like that. I had to rant about that because these people were literally falling over. Like, she spilled trash all over the floor. She just got back up, you know, quickly put it back up. There was so many hazards. They kept tripping and falling, and they were throwing things together. Like, they were trying their fucking best. Like, I wouldn't even go above and beyond that much. These people were amazing. And he was getting on to this one person. Okay, she wasn't even a cook. She was just the manager. Not even the manager. She was the key holder, because remember, he didn't want to talk to the Mexican manager. She was the key holder, but she helped, you know, do the cashier. And then as soon as she would check someone out, she'd run back to the back and be helping them as much as she can. She'd be like throwing, you know, helping get things to the window for drive-through and handing things out. Like, she was doing very, very fast. And she was doing probably more than she was required to. She probably was just required as a cashier. But, he was getting mad at her, why aren't you on grill? And she's just like, I'm not trained in grill, you know. Plain and simple, if someone comes up to the register and she's cooking, she can't stop in the middle of the cook. And if she does, the food could go off or something. She can't leave the register now because someone's there. And it's like, she can't do that. So she was doing a lot. I applaud her. I'm going to see if there's some sort of like survey on my receipt or something, because I'm going to tell them 5 stars, you were the best. Don't let people get you down. I was thinking about calling and saying, you know, how great they did. But then I would distract them from rushing, because they have a phone call, you know. So I'm not gonna do that, at least not tonight. But they did amazing. Also, don't know why it's so busy late at night. I guess everywhere else is closed. I mean, that's a big thing there. But superb. 5 out of 5. 10/10. Good jobs. Yes. Yes. Very good. Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to say, I hate rude people. You guys, what the fuck's wrong with you, you know? But, okay. Back on to my school thing. I just had to point that out because it just pissed me off so much. Enough that I almost said something, which doesn't seem like much to people. They're like, if you're even slightly upset, you should have said something. But you know how bad my social anxiety and everything is, that even saying thank you, like, almost gives me a panic attack. So the fact that I almost was like, you're doing a great job, something as simple as that, that says a lot. And I know it doesn't help them any, since I didn't say it, but I don't know, I want them to know that they did, I thought they were doing their best they could, and I was really, really satisfied. But yeah, so I was talking about my classes. I have one final class, because there's 5 classes: sociology, philosophy, cognitive, test and measurements, and then my last one is physiological psychology, or I just call physio. This is the class that I was very, very, very worried about passing, and I still am worried. Everything else, I'm positive I may not get an A or something, but I'm positive I will pass. This is the class that could keep me from graduation, and that scares me. This class is one that I study my butt off. I pull all-nighters. Like, I study like crazy for this class, neglecting my other ones, because this is the class that I study my ass off and I get a 70. Like, it is a very hard pass class. Thankfully, you only need a 65 or higher to pass the class. I mentioned it before about how worried I was about it. I don't have my grade back yet on this one either, which is worrying me. The others, I don't want to say I'm not worried, because watch the one I'm not worried about be the one that actually does fail me, and I didn't realize how much the grade it was worth or something like that. But it's the one I'm worried about the most, and I don't know, man. This will be probably what keeps me from graduating, if I don't graduate. Oh, my tacos. My tacos! They okay. They didn't fall too much. They're good. Good tacos. And now I have light. No. Yes, this one class. I think I did good on the test. I did not get 100. I'm positive of that, because I walked out and then looked at my review and was like, crap, I missed that one. Because that one of the things, it was something about what a drug that is used for treatment of alcohol dependency, so alcohol addict or whatever. And I said it was nilrexone, but I think that's actually for nicotine. I don't remember which one it was, but on my review it was like vinifram or something like that. So I was like, darn, I missed that one. So I know for sure I missed that one. There's a few I guessed on. But so I don't know what I did, how good I did on it. I'm positive I at least made an 80-something on it. But how much of that did I need to pass? I think I needed an 82 or above to pass the class, so... Or, no, I think I needed an 86. Which I really hope... I don't know. See, again, that's the one I'm kind of... I definitely did make 100, and I definitely passed the test. But how high did I get? Because I need a certain grade to pass the class. Now, there was a lot of extra credit ones, and I answered all of those. I got at least 30 of them that are right, but I'm not sure how she grades them. They're asking for symptoms of schizophrenia and bipolar, and they list many things and symptoms, and you want you to put symptoms of it. Now, I know a lot about the symptoms, and I know a lot about these disorders and everything else, but I'm not sure if she wanted us to use certain terms. Like, hedonia is the lack of finding pleasure in anything. I couldn't spell that, so I put lack of pleasure or enjoyment, for the major depressive disorder. And I don't know if she's going to count that or not. It's one of those things where it's like, is she going to include that? Is she not? She should, but I don't know how she's going to do on that. And the extra credit, I think they're each worth 0.14 of a point, so they're not like insanely helpful. But 30 of them, that's a good 2-3 points, I think. She had a lot of extra credit options for this one, which I'm happy about, but So that's the only real class I'm insanely worried about. But I will be walking the stage tomorrow either way. I will be getting a medal for being in gate. I'll be getting a medal, guys. Like, I'm actually gonna get like an awarded a medal, and they said to come early so we can discuss what to expect for that, what I'm supposed to do, things like that. And I'm like, holy fuck, holy fuck. I don't know what to expect. I'm just like, I'm gonna get a medal. What? What? Me? No. Me? Yes. No. But I'm really excited about that. I can walk the stage. I have family coming. I ended up with an extra ticket because my dad's a dick. No. I've told you guys how much I like my dad, but it's always been kind of compared to my mom. Well, I invited him to my graduation. I figured he wouldn't go because he lives 4 or 5 hours away, and you know, it's a lot in gas and it's a lot of time and everything else, and especially if he has to drive back afterwards if he doesn't have a hotel or something. And I'm like, you know, also he has to take time off work and everything else. So I figured he wouldn't be able to go, but he would be able to, you know. But I was like, at least point out that it would be very a big deal for me if he did go, and that it would really mean a lot to me. But I understand if he can't. So please let me know. I have no way of contacting him. He doesn't have a phone. He doesn't have Facebook or anything. So I contacted his mother, my grandma, because he used to be there like he was there every single day. He moved a little farther away, and she said she hasn't seen him basically since he moved. They don't talk much. So I guess he lives probably 30 minutes or so, which isn't that far away, but he doesn't really go out of his way for people. And I don't mean that badly. I just mean, like, my grandma's house was on his way home, so he kind of hung out at her house all the time. She woke up early, and they would kind of hang out. They bring the kids over a lot, things like that, but his thing is that he works night shift, so he's really exhausted by the time work's over. So he kind of comes over there, maybe talks to him after work or before work, but he really sleeps the rest of the day, you know. But so she hasn't heard from him, so I was like, okay. And she's like, well, why don't you try contacting Angie, which is my stepmom, his wife. Yes. Angie is the mother to me. She's been there for everything. She helped me with my trans identity. She helped me with my religion. She helped me with everything. Like, Angie she was my coven leader, which, for Wiccanism, Wicca, not Wiccanism, Wicca, which is what I used to follow. That's like our pastor, basically. And she was my coven leader. She taught me about Wicca, which is what she followed, and for a long time, identified as Wiccan, or witch. But, I decided to take a different path. This past year, I'm not sure what's going on with her. I know she's in school now. She's going back to college. And I know she has grandkids now. So I'm sure she's maybe just distracted by that. But I messaged her a lot of times this year, and she hasn't responded to, like, any of them. It'll say seen, because it's Facebook Messenger. Again, she doesn't have a phone, so Facebook Messenger is the only way I get her. And she only really answers those when she's at my grandma's house, or if she's at school, or, you know, a public place, somewhere with Wi-Fi. I get that. Well, I asked her about graduation, said that my dad and everything else, and that I told her when it was, and I said, please let me know if you can go, because I am currently saving a ticket for him, but I would like to know if he can't, in case I have to give it to someone else, you know, whatever. Like, I don't want to save a ticket and be like, well, I have an empty seat sitting there now. Someone else could have gotten it, or a friend, or anything, you know, maybe another family. But, you know, so, no response from her. It's been seen. So, I wait a week or two. That was on the 10th that I messaged her. Which, again, I understood it was late notice. I had said that at late notice, maybe too late to ask for work. Please let me know. Then I messaged her again, saying, just a reminder, graduation is tomorrow. Can you please let me know if Dad's coming or not? You know, I still have his ticket, and I would like to know if he can come. Seen, no response. So, I guess he's not coming. I don't know. It's really disappointing. I mean, I didn't think he would come, but the fact that he didn't even respond, no one responded whatsoever, that's what irritates me. That's what disappoints me, because it's like, if he said no, I'd be like, man, that sucks. Oh well, but I get it. And I'm just like, that was a dick move. Maybe I won't even visit you guys, you know, because I always visit them for my dad's birthday, but maybe, I don't even know. And maybe he doesn't know. Maybe no one told him. Maybe it's just my Angie that's messing up. I don't know, but I've always viewed her as kind of amazing, so it'd be weird that she doesn't. But I mean, I'm getting older. I'm realizing people aren't as pure as they thought. But, I don't know. It's kind of strange to me. My rational part of my mind is worried, because I'm like, or my irrational part, I'm like, you know, my dad, he has a lot of mental illnesses. I know she has a lot of physical illnesses. Maybe something's wrong. My dad had one of his episodes, and she's been focused on that, and maybe she's not sure what state he's in, so she doesn't want to invite him if he's not mentally here, you know. Maybe she doesn't want him driving, you know. But I would, and she's kind of ashamed to admit that he's in a bad state. Because, I mean, I can get that. I don't think she knows I know he has mental illnesses. She kind of keeps it pretty hidden. Oh, your dad's just upset today. You know, she's pretty good at keeping it hidden. And he's pretty good at faking it. But, I don't know. I invited my sister, too. And she did say it was too late to ask off. She would see if she got scheduled. Why is my camera so bad? I don't know. She said she would see if she got scheduled. And see if she could go. Well, I messaged her later. I messaged her yesterday, I believe, and asked if she got the day off, or if she knows if she can go or not yet. And she said no. And I was like, so no, you don't know, or no, you can't go? And no response to that either. So I guess I have an extra ticket. Maybe they'll both show up. I have no idea. But I went and did the special thing and everything else to get an extra ticket because they only give you a few. I made sure I had a ticket for them. Made sure I had a ticket for both of them. But I gave one away to my brother's girlfriend because people were kind of guilting me into it. That's a story for another time. But I don't know. I asked a bunch of my friends. None of them are free. So I don't know. I guess I have an extra ticket. Maybe they'll both show up. I have no idea. Maybe I'll need another ticket because they both end up showing up and everything. But whatever the case is, my time thing's about to go out, and I need to eat and get ready. Well, not get ready, but you know what I mean. So, Chief Colm signing off. Bye-bye, guys.